I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
All right. Um, I'm gonna take a break from what's going down here, but let me. I gotta address this, right? A lot of y'all really don't think. Y'all really don't think from. See, anytime when people talk about the passport bros, instead of using some critical thinking skills, a lot of y'all will end up saying, "You're trying to get us back into the plantation. You're trying to dig police." Y'all really need to start thinking. Okay. Y'all really need to start thinking when people are talking. Start thinking. Okay. Stop with this knee jerk reaction. And listen to MTR, right? The last couple of weeks. And I hear him repeating the Kevin Samuels jargon. The problem is that some of you who's in this passport bro thing, you cannot come to the table, and I hate using that term, the table. I don't want to bring that stupid analogy to the table, but you can't come up there with the idea of escapism. You cannot go to another place and talk about what you escaped from ad nauseum. And then when I heard when I saw the thumbnail of um I saw a thumbnail of MTR saying, "I can be seen now. I'm being seen now." And I'm sitting there thinking, um, bro, why do you want to be seen so bad? And a lot of y'all are going to be confused by what I said right there, right? You want to be seen that bad. I no listen. I get it, right? I get it. I get that a lot of us are invisible. Okay, but let me use myself. Let me use myself. Right, I am somewhat invisible. Yes, I am somewhat invisible. But a lot of you need to realize Some of us who are invisible is self-inflicted. If you're awkward, if you have a certain attitude, personality that rubs people the wrong way, you cannot blame women or society on why you are invisible or why you are cast to the side. You can't. You can't blame nobody else except for yourself. So when MTR said that he needs to be seen, he's telling the world he's invisible. And I'm sitting there scratching my head like, okay, you went to Thailand to be seen. To be seen by whom? You can't you can't escape from a place when you're mentally still in that position. It's kind of like the Bible, right? If y'all remember when the Hebrews got out of the Egypt and Moses parted the Red Sea and he told those people to cross the Red Sea and you know and into the wilderness and then God told them because you worship the golden calf and all that. Some of y'all who remember Sunday school, church, and there was a reason why God told the Hebrews, you will not get to the promised land. You're free, but you don't deserve the promised land. And this is why a lot of y'all people in the MGTOW spaces, the passport bros, the SYSBM spaces, that's why y'all still stuck. If you are a black man and I'm talking about you, those of y'all who's in the SYSBM, right? We talk about, yeah, man, I can't stand the black woman. The black woman won't let me lead. The black one won't submit, right? And then y'all get with a white woman, right? Or a Hispanic woman, whatever woman it may be. What good is it to be in a relationship with anyone if you're still complaining about the last relationship or the lack thereof? You see, whoever that woman is, if 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 let me use a name. Let me use a name. If Nelson, there's a black man named Nelson, and then there's a white woman named Nancy, and Nelson previous relationship was with Tamara. I'm just gonna use a name. The name Tamara. Tamara's a black woman, so Tamara has the bad attitude. She's this, that, and third. So he got rid of her. So he went with the white woman, Nelson. Right? If you're trying to escape from Tamara and you went to Nancy, I hope I got the name right. You went to Nancy. You're doing Nancy a disservice by keep harping on Tamara. And then y'all want to know why though I come on you passport bro so hard. If things are so bad, why you keep on doing this? It doesn't make you sound to be like a man. And and that's really the gist of this. This is really is the bulk of my issues with the passport bros and SYSBM. If you're looking for escape, you can't escape without mentally exiting out of what paradigm you was in. What's going on, Hammer Time? I see you in the chat room. You know, and then not really having the experience. And I asked this question to I was on what's her name's channel, Tam's channel, and I regret being on that channel, by the way, because you know I regret being so associated with those people on that channel. But let me go ahead and say it. Let me tell you what my problem is over there. Right? It's a simple. It's a question I asked br- brothers abroad over there. I asked brothers abroad this specific question because he said he's in California. I think he says he's in Sacramento, California, and he goes to Brazil. And I asked, he keep on telling everybody on a black one. First of all, Tam is a black woman, right? You on a black woman's platform who's living in the states, and you're telling how awful black women are, black American women are, right? So you went to Brazil. So I asked him a question, right? I asked him a question. I said, have you been to any 50 states, any of the other 49 states of the union? He said no. He said the only state I've been outside of Cali was Florida. Florida. I said, okay. So I said this then. So you only been to California and Florida, and you're saying that American women, especially black women, are are this, that, and third. And nobody asked that question. So I had to say, well, wait a minute. There's tons of black women in the South, the northern part of Mississippi, place, in Alabama, places where you can find, since Alabama, Mississippi is 35% black each. It has a huge population. You couldn't go over there. It's the same thing I asked. I would love to ask MTR. First of all, MTR. The problem is, well, let me stay where I'm at. Let me stay where I'm at on Brothers Abroad, right? So, and I asked Brothers Abroad, right? I said, wait a minute. So how is that? How can you judge women in your state, use them as a barometer of all women? But instead of uh, analyzing what I actually said, and I blame Tam for this. Tam allowed that bullshit of him coming at me sideways and talk about my speech impediment and shit, rather than talking about what was being asked. Because the problem, even though the dating problem is bad in America, you can't just say it's just the women. Now, trust and believe, I'm going to say, yes, it's hard dating women. Yes, it is, because some women, well, the women I recently been, um, recently been around, they already have this mindset of, well, he needs to be a complete. And this is probably the only thing I agree with MTR. This is probably the only thing I agree with MTR on, right? Because he's right about one thing, right? Women that I noticed the last 10 years, or no, I said five years at least. They all want the complete man. You better have this, you better have that. And it's kind of like the time when, again, I'm gonna go back to myself because I know I'm all over the place. I know I'm seem to be all over the place because there's so much to say on this, because there's so many layers to this. It's not some binary hot cold up down black white. There are layers to this. So I remember I was on Creative Solutions channel a couple weeks ago, and Chanel asked me, why are you single? I refuse to answer that question. I refuse to answer that question because it's nobody's business. But because first of all, y'all really don't give a fuck about men anyway. Y'all just there just to talk about relationships. Wasting people's time with that bullshit. But however, y'all want men who already complete the journey, right? Y'all don't want to grow with that individual. Okay, y'all really don't want to grow with this man. I find it in as for me, right? As for me, if I'm complete and you just come along just because you saw me complete, like the whole Mike Jones, the Mike Jones song, now y'all, when I was broke, now I'm hot, now you all owe me shit. I know I messed that song up, but if I'm already complete and you now decide to come on where I'm at, I don't want you. And and here's what a lot of y'all women do not understand, right? I can't trust you. If I can't grow with you, been through thick and thin, uh, through the trials and tribulations of life. If you just found me or found any man, right, when he is quote unquote complete, how is he going to trust you? Have y'all ever thought about that? I'm talking to the women now. Do y'all ever thought about him trusting you after that? So, um, so yeah. And let me and we're going back to MTR, right? Because I know I lost a point I was wanting to be made, but the problem with a lot of men in this space when they talk about whether they're MGTOW or SYSBM or Passport Bro or who follow these dating code coaches, they keep on they never analyze themselves. Maybe it's you, not her. That's the issue. See, some of y'all never look at yourself and say, wait a minute, maybe it's because I don't have this, I don't have that. Um, maybe because I don't have the, you know, maybe my outlook in life is subpar. Maybe my attitude, how I view life and how I view women is very toxic. But y'all never sit there and analyze your own self. I'm talking to the men now. I'm talking to the men, right? Now the women, which I already talked about, I gotta add something on to it. And also notice this, right? And I'm gonna use this one specific case. There is a woman who who claims that she likes me, right? She claims it. And some of y'all remember the live stream when this occurred. This about 4 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago. This is like 2021, 2020, 2021. Some of y'all do not know how to respect men. Y'all don't. Now, am I saying all women? No, I'm talking about a select few. See, again, I'm being specific who I'm referring to. So I'm not like these red pill niggas, these red pill idiots who just use generalizing terms. No, I don't generalize women like that. So I'm talking about a select individuals, right? Some of y'all claim that you like a man, and some of y'all thinking, well, let me just let me just show you my cleavage, and let me just show you what I have, and maybe that might entice him to to pull the trigger, if you will, in engaging in the relationship. But some of y'all don't even know what respect is. If you really like a man or want to get to know the man, what's going on, Candy Cane? What's going on, Candy Cane? See you in the chat room. And she didn't even know how to respect me. Some of y'all know who I'm referring to. She doesn't even know how to respect men. Okay? You know, if you wanna fucking suck and everything else, oh, I wanna suck and fuck. Okay. How you gonna do that when you do not respect that man? A lot of men, most men, want to be respected. So some of y'all, and some women was bewildered when I said this on DJ Witch Doctor's channel. When I said this, I think I said this 6 months ago, 6 7 months ago, or last year. It was a long time ago. I said some of y'all women need trying to put out. I'm trying to be tasteful because I'm not trying to put out people's information, but I'm talking about this one select few women. I'm talking about them. If you keep on using sex or the quote unquote um, nudity, no, you know what? Let me take that back. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. Let me try not to go there. If you're trying to use um titillation to to attain trying to change a man's mind about you when you have a funky ass attitude, I'm trying to be careful here, y'all. That's witchcraft. And some of the women are like, what you mean, Big J? You mean that's witchcraft? Yes, it is. If you're trying to manipulate a man to lower his guard down, to accept your disrespect by showing yourself with the promise of sex, that's a form of witchcraft. I know I said a whole lot of words. I'm trying to be careful, right? I'm trying to be careful, right? Because I ain't trying to be messy and nasty with the shit. I'm just trying to tell people. Some of y'all perform witchcraft. Some of y'all don't even respect the man who y'all trying to have sex with. Now I know I'm talking about myself personally, but see, see, I I'm talking about myself personally, but I see it among other men, though. I do see it among other men. All right, like if this man is not abusive, not a cheater, not an asshole, why do you feel the need to disrespect him? Why do you feel the need to disrespect him? If he ain't doing any of any of the things that I just said, why you need to disrespect this man? And that happened to me 5 years ago. Okay, probably yeah. This happened about 6 years ago. I'm sorry, it happened 6 years ago on some stupid bullshit. Some of y'all are taught to do the mean girl shit and try to get with this man. Why you need to do the mean girl shit? Why do you need to do the you know just to get his attention? See, some of y'all thinking that men are. I'm gonna say it like this: I am not most black men. I'm gonna say it right now. You can't. You can show me all the pussy and titties all you want. You're not gonna sway me. If any signs of disrespect, I don't give a fuck what you showed me. I'm not gonna be motivated to get next to you. Now I went off on a tangent. I know I went off on a tangent because I'm saying it so y'all so you niggas and women can understand. I'm not on that. I'm trying to control black men to get back to the plantation. Oh, Big J is not on some simp shit. Or Big J is not on some red pill shit. I'm putting this out here so y'all can understand where my position is. So we gonna have to sit there and do this stupid ass regurgitation and explain where I'm coming from shit. So we can skip all the allegations. But this go right back to MTR though. All right? MTR and I'm gonna sit here and say this, he's a good looking man. right? No homo, but he's an attractive man. I can see why women would talk to him, right? So if you are a good looking man and you are up in Atlanta and you're having a hard time talking to the women, then the problem may not be the women. The problem might be you. And I'm glad though that I forgot that Negro's name. Uh I forgot that Negro manhood mindset channel. I forgot his original name because I used to cook the shit out of his ass back in the day. But even he said when MTR was hanging around with Just Pearly Thing's sister, nothing happened. Melody King, nothing happened. Oh girl, what's her name from Jamaica? Nothing happened. And with all these failures, none of y'all can sit there and think, wait a minute, it's not the women. Women is not his problem. It's him. It's whatever inside of him, whatever demons that's inside of him, he does not want to sit there and fix it. And then going to Thailand to think that's the solution to the problem. No, it's not. You can go to any country. You can go to any country and it's not going to solve your problem. The Asian woman is not going to solve your problem. The white woman is not going to solve your problem. The woman across the waters, across the oceans, not going to solve your problem. The problem is you. And he does not want to accept responsibility that the problem is him. See, me, I'm going to use myself again. I have a problem. Am I going to tell you? No, I won't. But I do know what my problem is. I won't tell you what it is. And you know what? I actually did explain what my problem was. Nobody believed it. I think the only people who know about it is Pure Butterfly and Queen Sunkiss and George Golden and and a few other people. Other than that, I try to explain to some of you niggas. Y'all act like it's on some, you know, like y'all can't y'all baffled. But the thing is, y'all thinking y'all want to find a outwardly solution to a problem that's internal. You're not going to find happiness seeking outside pleasure. You're not. And MTR is selling y'all a bad a lot of y'all in this gender war relationship talk. It's like with Chris. That's why I had a problem with the swirlers. Oh, I'm gonna find me a white man. So find me a white man that's gonna get me happiness. I'm gonna find me a white woman that's gonna give me happiness. No, she can't make you any more happier than you can make. You know, the common denominator is you. And some of y'all come on these panels, come on these channels trying to shame, blame, and explain. Y'all come on here trying to SBE, shame, blame, and explain, and y'all think that's and y'all never look into yourselves. Like, wait a minute, I might be the problem. Y'all never look in that mirror and say, well, you know what, I might be the problem here. You know. Um, so it's not always her fault. Some of it is you. Now, just because I said the problem is you does not mean uh um does that mean we should just accept disrespect, or you as a man should accept anybody's disrespect, ill will, or so forth. That's not what I'm saying. What MTR is doing, and what other people in the Passport Bros are doing, is that they're looking for outwardly solutions to a internal problem that they themselves got themselves into. That woman in Colombia or Brazil or the DR or Thailand, wherever the case, or those lady boys in Thailand, wink wink, y'all are not they are not going to solve what's inside of you. See, MTR has a self-esteem problem. Yes, I'll say it. He has self-esteem. His issues is self-inflicted. He has low self-esteem, and nobody and y'all can't read. It's very sad that y'all can't read him. I'm just saying, y'all can't read. Y'all can't read the room. The guy's awkward. He don't know how to talk to women. If you don't know how to talk to a woman in Jamaica, yeah, I'm gonna say it again. If you don't know how to, it's bad. Okay, let me just use this as an analogy. He fucked up in Jamaica. He fucked up with Just Pearly Things and Just Pearly Things sister. I'm talking about Just Pearly Things sister because that's who he was trying to go after. I'm talking about MTR. So you went to the white girl. Then you went to the Jamaican one. What's name? Mellow Mocker, whatever her name is in Jamaica. You went to the Caribbean. Then you went to Melody King. You went back to the Black American woman in Melody King. So let's talk about it again. Melody King, American black woman. Just Pearly Things and her sister, a white American woman. Miko Marker, whatever her name is, Jamaican, Caribbean. And now you up in Thailand and you still fucking up? It's not the location. It's you. It's what's inside that brain of his. He's not. Is that there's a disconnect that he's not. He keeps showing. You know. Anyway, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say on that. You know, it's sad that everybody else can see it except for him, and that's why Coach Greg Adams and people who I don't like, right? I don't like Coach Greg Adams, but Coach Greg Adams is right though. Steve the Dean, that's who I was referring to. Steve the Dean is right. See, you can't solve your problem. No, you can't. The idea that women and sex from women is going to solve your problem. You see, black men, black American men, right? Um, we've been taught, and this is one thing I would like to see bred out a black society, black American society. The idea of sex being the panacea, or sex being the solution to a man's problems. No, and I don't know who taught us to think like that, but that's one of our biggest downfalls. This idea that, well, she, well, get you a be like Sir Ism. That's why I have a problem with Sir Ism. That's why I have a major problem with Sir Ism when he comes on panels telling you to get your bitch. That's not gonna solve. Hey, that's not gonna solve his problem. That man's broke. That man doesn't have a house. That man might not have things that he needs, and yet you telling him to get go out, get a woman, and then potentially you might get this woman not pregnant or some old shit. That's the last thing he needs. That's the last thing a man needs. If he's having legitimate issues, that's the last thing he needs. And a lot of you Negroes are mad at me, or just like that old ass nigga over there. I can't stand old niggas though. I can't stand older heads. Like that nigga named Coach Fred, Coach Frag, whatever her name is on DJ Rich Doctor's channel. I told them Negroes, you got to slay the dragon. And I'm sitting there like, and they're just they're all baffled by when I said that. You're not entitled to pussy. Stop acting like though you are entitled to that. No, you're not. Well, in my day, man, fuck your day. We are in this problem, you old nigga, because of your thinking. But in my day, a woman would have. No, times has changed. We on a whole different operating system. Like, a lot of y'all want to go back to Windows 95. Some of y'all want to go back to Windows 98. And I'm going to say this right now as somebody who likes Windows. I like Windows 98 before more than I like any Windows that came afterward. But that's a whole other topic, right? Y'all still operating out of Windows 95 mindset when everybody else is on Windows 11 at this point. Some people trying to get to Windows 12, yet you still on Windows 95. You still on Windows ME. operating system has changed. It's upgraded. It evolved. We can't go back to the 1970s, Coach Craig. The economics demands a two-income household. Since y'all keep talking about children, one man can buy a house and get it. Can sit there and get a house, a family would come. Oh, Windows Vista, right. Right. Windows Vista. You know, the operating system has changed, and this is the problem, George. Black men are still operating under a Windows 95 mindset. They still operating under a Windows 95 mindset. This society has evolved. Women are not going to sit there and just let you fuck on them and think, well, okay, she's there to be used as an appendage. She's not there, you know. Y'all don't count in her humanity. Y'all don't. Because women has been told by the church and by the government for thousands of years what her position should be. Her body should be sacrificed for something she doesn't even that she's not going to benefit from. Let me say this again, because this is really a problem with a lot of y'all in this space. Women for the last few thousand years, women been used as a tool or told to sacrifice for something that they will not benefit from it. They're not going to benefit from your worldview when she is looked upon as a sexual object or an object for your entertainment or the object so you can put your problems upon. While you could snap one day and she be out of a house, out without a roof over her head. Women ain't playing that shit. And I know this sound blue pill simp to y'all. No, y'all need to deal with fucking reality. Y'all really do. You need to deal with fucking reality. All right? And that's part of the reason why I gotta say, man, these social media companies need to be investigated because a lot of y'all are bad for health. Y'all bad for some people's health. There are a lot of men who should not be. There are a lot of men who should not be uh, hearing y'all talk because y'all selling him down that road, a road of despair. But I know this gonna fly over people's heads because You got the MGTOWs thinking I'm simping. The red pill niggas think I'm simping. These so-called men's group think I'm simping. The women on the other hand think that I hate black women. Then though you got these blue pill simps who trying to like you gonna talk about old niggas though. You got one old nigga, he's waiting for me to say something. You got this one little old nigga over there, he's waiting for me to, he's trying to wait for me to say something. So he can make a 4-hour video live stream and make some shit up. No, the point is, y'all, there's layers to this. There are women who do not respect men. That is true. But there's a lot of you guys who don't. There are a lot of you guys who's trying to use women as a mode to escape. And that is also disrespecting women as well. And you also dehumanizing not just her. You're also dehumanizing yourself because you won't fix your own problem. And that's what MTR is doing. He's not fixing his own problem. There are so many people who see what this really is about. And nobody wants to sit there and say, oh, okay. Nobody put him to the side and say, bruh, what you're saying does not add up. Based on you for past 5-6 years, it doesn't add up. The problem is not the women, the problem is you. So anyway, I said enough. I know some dumbass gonna respond to this live stream and misconstrued everything I said. But anyway, let me get out of here. I called the you know what? Yeah, I try. I'm gonna call the NAACP again. They didn't answer my call from Thursday. So on my Thursday live stream. So so I'm gonna call them Monday. Today's Saturday. Yeah, so I'm gonna call them Monday, and they're gonna reopen that case because that judge and the district attorney for the Carmel Anthony, they had charges themselves. So that's why I contacted the NAACP of Carlton County, Texas, about the Carmel Anthony thing. But you know what? I'm gonna talk about that Monday or Tuesday after I called them Monday. So anyway, let me get out of here. I ranted enough about you niggas. Y'all not going to solve your own problem. Y'all won't. Y'all think women are the beginning and end when some of it is you. All right, some of it is just you. So, yeah, let me get out of here, and I'll see y'all next. Oops. Wait a minute. Hold on. Where I'm at? Oh yeah. Anyway, let me get out of here. Thank y'all for coming. Let's see who else. George. These guys, these clowns can hop spaceships, go across the galaxy, and women there wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, let me get out of here. I might be live later today. Who knows? But peace. I'm out.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.